Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome to the 2025 MFL Field Vision podcast. My name is Nadim. We got Omar.
With the
And we got
Levant.
Walid. With the Levant. With the Levant. And we got Walid.
Yo.
What's going on, guys? Games didn't really matter too much. I don't think they really affected seeding. First week of playoffs is coming up. We got 2 games, but let's get into it.
So we're just gonna skip over from last week. Just talk about the most important week, the wild card round. Let's talk about FC Palestino versus IFC, the rematch from last week. IFC got dominated. Team crashed out. The first rounder is talking bad. Like everything's going wrong at the wrong time.
Putting up 0, man, that kills the team. Like, I just want to see what's going on in that team group chat, man. Like, it's probably dead. Free Amin at the end of the day, but I just feel bad, man, because, like, putting up 0 is tough. Like, I feel like that just kills the team. That kills the morale, especially because you're rematching the same team that held you to 0. But at the same time, I feel like it could be like a motivator to where, like, okay, we know what they're doing, we know how they play, let's get some points up. But 26-0 is insane. Like, I don't know how you make that game closer. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're 26-0. If it was a close game, I would have been like, all right, maybe they can, make up a different game plan, put up more points on the board. But putting up 0 or not being able to put up anything is tough. But
Yeah, I know last week they were missing some key players like Moaz and Falah
Maz is in Cancun, man. He's snorkeling with the turtles in Cancun.
He's taking off, man. But I think this week, hopefully, they'll have their players back. But I know for sure it's gonna be a different game. I don't see us I hope we dominate over them again, another shutout game. But I know IFC, they're gonna bring it all they got.
It is playoffs too. I mean,
Exactly,
everyone's gonna lay it out all on the line. It's win or go home.
Exactly, yeah.
It's playoffs.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a fun matchup rematch. We're just gonna have to, the issue with us, man. Our defense absolutely is carrying right now. Siraj at safety, he's locking up the deep stuff.
Siraj at safety's kind of nice, man.
He's insane.
He's like, he'll show you flashes of old Siraj just running down, playing single high. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, man. And then of course you got Zayd as well up there. He's been playing amazing too. And then of course the rush, Noah, Monty. They get in there. But, this week is going to have to be about the offense, though. The offense needs to score, early. They can't stall out any drives because, again, man, we can't give the chance for Omar Egypt to hit Azuz. All it takes, man, is just one play to Azuz, and it could be a different game.
I will say, not having Moaz is huge, man. I'm not gonna say he's the best player on their team, but he's definitely up there. He's a game changer on their team because his rushing, his blocking, it'll give Egypt at least a little bit more time on offense, and then on defense, he'll get after Ubi. Yeah. But not having him is huge. I felt like their pass rush last week just wasn't there. I don't know. They just weren't playing the best.
We had all day to throw last week.
He did have all day to throw. And when he was, under pressure, he just threw it up. Zayd is there every time. Zayd, what do you have? 3 receiving touchdowns?
Yeah,
that was pretty crazy. Yeah,
nice,
that was pretty nice. But it sucked because I remember Mohamed Zaradi had a pick, or unless that was on a conversion. I can't remember.
That was on a conversion play.
It was on a conversion, but he had the opportunity to house that one. He just stopped running. I mean, I don't know. It's still a conversion at the end of the day. I think you guys were up by double digits at that point, but
yeah, it was
just one of those things. It demoralizes the team, especially if you're down by a lot so quick into the game. But honestly, for next week, I feel like it's just gonna be the same thing. I get Moaz is coming back, but I don't feel like one player is gonna make up for 26 points. So I feel like it'll be the same outcome.
I do think it's gonna. The first half for sure is gonna be really close. I do think when the FC Palestino plays early, the time slot, I try to help them and try to make it 12, but the commission said no, move it to 10. But
we're gonna make it different this week. We're gonna make it. We're gonna get the win this week.
But I do think them playing early is their kryptonite because you guys see them every week. They always hang out all together for 30 minutes to get into a rhythm.
Yeah,
and I do think them coming late, everybody showing up at the last second just to show up.
Are you talking about FC Palestino?
Yeah.
I love that, man. That's the only team in the league that does that too. I remember the week I played with you guys. Omar, that was nice. Because, you go into the game knowing your role. You have your assignment. You know what you're doing. So I like that. I really like that. But I don't see anyone else doing it. And I feel like it really does make a difference.
Yeah, we always, try to come prepared for the game. So that way there's no confusion. or anything.
But yeah, Walid, who you got?
I got FC Palestino,
Yeah.
I
but
got FC
I
Palestino.
do think it's gonna be a close game. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout like last week. Last week, I think tonight.
Yeah.
Come last second, and IFC's
I
gonna do
just-
like a onside but not get it or something.
I don't think it'll get that close. I don't think they'll shut them out to 0 again, but I just can't see it, man. It's literally in a rematch, but you're adding one player. Like, I don't really see it. Like I said, one player doesn't make up for 26 points, so I don't know. I can't see it.
But I can say, just talking about IFC in general, what I didn't like is it seemed like EJ went back to his old habits. Tried to do what do you call it? No look passes, selling it over. Like, just go back to the regular type plays and just throw it to open person.
I've been trying to tell Egypt this all game or all season. He's really good with the short throws and making Azuz and Amin do the work, and then hit that deep ball eventually. I feel like he hasn't been doing that. He's a little too aggressive. He's over aggressive. I feel like if he just keeps throwing it short and then hitting the deep ball on second down, maybe in right off the bat, but just keep going off short, I think that'll give him some more success. But forcing the ball like that and doing all the extra no look stuff, like that's not gonna get you anywhere, especially not in this league. But yeah. With Big Siraj back at safety, that's not going to do anything.
I know Omar got FC Palestino.
Of course, man. You gotta rock with my team. But yeah, I do think it is gonna be a closer game because I do think IFC, they're gonna.
I like that. I'm being humble. I like that.
I mean, I want our team to shut out their team again. But yeah, I do think IFC is gonna give it all they got. And
for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's the last game of the season, possibly. Yeah. So yeah.
Going to the second game. Gaza Falcons versus Mu'minin. This is a tricky one. This is a tricky one.
It is a tricky one.
After seeing last week against Intifada, I mean, you guys kept it pretty close. Only lost by 2 points.
I was saying this to Hyde after the game. I mean, he threw 2 pick sixes and a pick, so 3 picks total. I was literally telling him if he hiked the ball for 2 straight downs and threw it on the ground 6 straight times, we would have won the game. So it's just one of those things to where, like, if that didn't happen, we would have won. We held them to 12 points on offense, and I don't think they scored the second half. So our defense was definitely there. We had a good game plan. Having Nuh was insane, but I mean, we're still going to have Yanal, but we held them to 12 points. It's just offensive mistakes. Like, that game was so easily winnable. And we already beat them. But we had Tawfiq at quarterback. But it's just offensive mistakes we got to not have. And I feel like this is going to be our best season, like, best game of the season. I feel like, I mean, go win or go home. So we got to let it all out on the field.
Yeah, I do think that if I, like, this game is going to be all uptied. If I could play a perfect game, like, I think you guys have it. I think you guys can win easily. But yeah, I mean, against Mu'minin, going up against Omar Ahmed, he should be back, hopefully. I don't know, man. Like, Mu'minin, they haven't been...
Underwhelming is the word. Underwhelming.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
The word.
Underwhelming. They haven't really been dominant,
Like, I remember, I don't know if you remember, Walid, we used to watch the clips from last year, and we used to watch Omar do all these, like, weird jukes and runs and spin moves and breaking people's ankles, and then eventually finding AJ deep, but, like, I don't know, I just don't see it this year. I don't know, maybe it's just AJ saving him, maybe he's just not maybe he's not relying on his legs, I don't know what's going on. But I just don't see it in him this year. I don't know. It's just a very underwhelming team. They have the talent for sure. I mean, they have really good players. I just can't see them doing much. And I mean, even in the second round of the playoffs, I don't see them making it far, either past Intifada or Brotherhood. I don't see them going far. But I feel like it's going to be a really good game. We're letting it all out. We're full engines, all engines going. We're going all in this week.
I feel like this is going to be like one of those entertaining games to watch. Like those low-key entertaining, like,
if we don't get crash outs, man. If we don't get crash outs.
I feel like anything could happen this game.
Yeah. But like you said, I feel like Ayaz has to play that perfect game for us to win. And it sucks that it has to be that way. But, I mean, our defense is good enough. I mean, we stopped Dumi, who's, I'm pretty sure, leading the league, if not number 2 in touchdowns. So we stopped them to 12 points. So that should be good enough. But that's that.
Yeah, I think I got Mu'minin still.
Dang, man, what else?
After all that, man.
After all my yapping?
I think
that's crazy, bro. After all my yapping?
It's going to be the reason you guys lose.
I mean,
he's
coming in locked in this week.
Stupid picks.
He's coming in locked in.
I will say this.
Out.
He got put in a bad situation by playing corner. He got beat by Dial on one play. That led up to a touchdown. So we did put him in a bad situation at corner, but that's just because our team was broken last week. We didn't really have anyone. We haven't really had anyone all season, but It's playoff time. Everyone's gonna show up. So we got it. I think we got it.
You know what, because I low key like looking at the seating and all that stuff. I'm hoping that Mu'minin wins just so we don't have to play Brotherhood in the second round. But I something tells me, man, that the Liza Falcons, you guys are gonna come out with the win. Something's gonna happen.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Something crazy's
Last
gonna
week,
happen.
man, I came in because last week didn't affect our actually yeah it did. But our team was broken. You know, it kind of demoralizes you when your players aren't coming and we're trying to scrap players from other teams. But we really tried, man. We really tried. And we played good. We really played good. But again, we're just shooting ourselves in the foot. I really think we got it. And I'm really looking forward to this week. I'm actually excited. This is probably the most excited I've been all season. Just because I see that Ayad is finally, I mean, it sucks that it comes playoff time, but he's finally clicking somewhat.
Well, let's talk quick about the top 2 teams. What do you guys think about Brotherhood? Do you feel like it's an instant lock they're going to win it all?
It's an instant lock.
Yeah,
It's an instant lock,
it's
man.
crazy.
It's an
It's
instant lock.
crazy to think that this team is the number 2 seed, and not the number 1. But Intifada
It's
got
because
a
they didn't
free
show
one.
up. They just
Yeah.
didn't show up. And I feel like to them, bro, it doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter.
They're gonna sweep the
Like,
competition.
yeah. Ubi said it best. Ubi was like, whoever makes it to the championship, that's not Brotherhood, is the real champion. Which it sucks, but man, that's how it is, bro. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, if you look at it hindsight, like, how did they get that team? How did they draft that team? But you know, they gotta cheese their ways. Unk's gotta cheese their
I
way.
heard Hassan's going to implement a rule next year about the playoff cheese. If you say you're out,
Hassan's already fed up, man. He's
Hassan-
putting his foot down.
It's dirty, man. It's so dirty. I don't like that. Like, we saw AJ do it.
Yeah, it started with AJ.
It started with AJ, but then AJ realized like he can't keep it up. I mean, it was pretty clear after last season he was going number 1 overall, so he can't really get out of that. But it sucks that EB has to do that and all that. But it is what it is.
but Hassan
You know.
says if you say you're out for playoffs,
You're out
you
for
cannot
playoffs.
play at all. You can show up and watch, but you can't step on the field.
I like that rule.
I think that's
I
good.
really do, cause the way it's getting to, man. Because if you think about it, what EB go? Where'd he go? Did he go 5,
He went number 4.
4?
Number 4.
He
Obi
would have
would've
went
got
2
him.
or 3.
Yeah.
I think Ubi would have got him.
Yeah. Ubi. I don't
Ubi for
think
sure
Egypt
would've
would have
got
got him, but Ubi for sure 100% would have got him. Like, it wouldn't even be close. And I feel like if Ubi struggled, EB would take over at quarterback. And like, I feel like they could have easily won the chip. Like,
Yeah.
if you put EB in there instead of their
Monty.
first round pick, instead of Monty, they're easily winning it. Like,
Yeah.
that team is way better than Brotherhood. Just adding EB, FC Palestine is way better than Brotherhood, even if you take out Monty.
Now going to okay, is this the second worst first team? Like
Who would you say is the first?
the
worst?
I was,
That was
they
a
got
cheese team, bro.
How did
That's-
they end up getting the first seed? That
I don't know.
They
That was-
their schedules lined up so perfectly to where they the last 2 weeks they played broken teams and it just boosted them up.
man.
It's so interesting. If you look back that season, we played. I was on Ubi's team. I left early because I had to go somewhere, but we're winning by a lot. Then Ubi says like they scored by a touchdown, right? So they lowered our point differential. If we didn't let them score that week 1, we would have had a bye. But because we lost to Brotherhood, we were like -3 off of Brotherhood. So
Wasn't it?
somehow they get a bye and we didn't get a bye.
Was it from the touchdown or was it from like a safety?
Maybe it was a
I think
safety.
it was a safety that
I remember it
Ahmed
being
took.
it wasn't the point differential wasn't that crazy, or it was crazy. I'm saying like it wasn't a touchdown. Like the point differential was like 5 or something. Like it wasn't.
It
wasn't
was
that much.
It's just so crazy how something so small
Just changed
From
it.
week
making such a
1
big difference,
affects
yeah.
you the whole season. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But as far as Intifada goes,
they've been
I
struggling.
heard Dia is out.
Yeah,
That's
that's
huge.
huge.
That's their
Huge,
offense.
He's like top 3, I think, in touchdowns. And he's let's be real here. Hamada is non-existent. The first round pick is non-existent on offense. Hamada is a good defensive anchor. He's non-existent on offense. You have Tokir. Tokir's their receiver 1 for sure. And then you have Awad, the speedster on the outside. I feel like he gets overlooked sometimes, but he's really good. And then Dia is just there. Like he's always just open. He's always getting the ball in his hands. He's always sneaking in the back of the end zone. But missing him, man, and especially having to play Sami Khayat at corner, like that's huge.
Yeah.
Like whenever we played them last week and he got hurt, I literally kept lining up on Sammy's side and me and I were just cooking that side. I scored a touchdown on that side. Like it was kind of a cheat code. Like that was like an exposed side of the field. So missing Diot is massive, like massive, massive. I don't know how they're gonna do that. They got to get Sammy in the lab or something. I don't know what they got to do. Sammy's got to watch some film or something because that boy, yikes, that boy.
Yeah, and also looking like, you know, the time that Diot has missed. I think he missed like what 2 weeks, 3 weeks or something. But like the first time I think they played IFC, that game was really close. Like they only put up 19 points. The second time I think he missed was I think against Brotherhood, but even that game they put up 29 points. But even game,
I don't know if you remember, the game the game that they played against FC Palestino, he had 4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
imagine Diot just didn't exist or he wasn't on the field that game. Like where would those touchdowns be?
Yeah.
Like that's insane to think about. Like we could have easily beat them.
It would have been a different game.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, that's gonna be huge.
I think Intifada might be low key a fraudulent team, man.
Dumi will never beat the playoff allegations, man. He will never ever beat the playoff allegations.
Imagine he uses the FC Palestino, man.
He will never beat the playoff allegations.
We would never let that go.
Because I don't know. Okay, here's the question. I actually want to ask you guys this question. Last year we played against Fahad. That's the game that he got hurt. Are we counting that as a Dumi playoff win or no?
Technically, it is.
I would say, yeah.
I'm not counting it. I want a clean finish game by him.
Because we were winning. I mean, Fahad was hurt. It was a handicap game on both sides because Obaida stepped in. But we were winning, I think, by 2 scores because Fahad was hurt. Yeah. And Obaida stepped in, and we were literally just killing clock the whole game. I think after Obaida stepped in that game, I think he threw we scored 1 touchdown. I think that's it, and we had a pick. So we were just killing clock the whole time. So I don't know if we want to count it or not.
I would count it because you guys were up. We
were up. Yeah,
when Dumi was playing, like he did look really dominant out there, and he was cooking.
And I still think we would have won the chip, man. But Dumi loves getting hurt, man. It is what it is.
Let's talk about the predictions for each award. For MVP, who you guys got?
I feel like all of these are pretty easy. Like they're not too hard. MVP is EB.
That's a no-brainer.
Just look at stats. It's that simple. Just look at stats.
No, Dumi?
It's EB. No. Dumi, I'll give Dumi offensive, but the reason I'm giving MVP to EB is because of how many picks he has and the effectiveness of his picks
and how dominant he's been.
Yeah, and how dominant he's been on offense. Yeah. Like it's EB. It's not.
Oh,
it's not
that's
close.
another thing I want to bring up about Brotherhood. They haven't struggled once this season.
They haven't. That's true.
Maybe if you want to count the Intifada, but I'm not counting the Intifada because I had no one there. But every other
they
team,
had no one there. They're playing
struggled.
With plumbers. They're freaking. Their best player was Yasin Badoui.
Yeah.
My bad, Yasin.
They had 0 struggle that game.
I don't even think the whole season, like you look at EB this whole season, I don't even think he like had a single bad play. Like I can't even think of one.
Insert the Glaze meme quick.
He's just been that good, or just everyone has just been that bad, but. Or I don't know.
No, he's definitely been great. Yeah, 100%. He's been great. He's. I feel like when he's standing there, he's poised with his throws to where, and he's just accurate, man. He's accurate with his throws, and he's competitive. That's what's cool about him. But I feel like that should be a unanimous MVP. Like it shouldn't even be close.
So offensive player of the year, you got Dumi.
It should be Dumi. Yeah, Dumi.
You know what? I'll be different. I think low key, I want to give it to Big Tokes. I think whenever he's on the offense, like I think he's been consistently good. Like
he has been.
He's like I don't know. He always somehow finds a way in the end zone. I do like him as an option for offensive player.
I like that pick. I could see that going 1A 1B 100%. But I feel like those are the only 2 like clear cuts though. Like I don't think anyone else is deserving. Like I wouldn't be mad at either pick. I like both those picks. Defensive is where it gets kind of confusing. Because it's kind of underwhelming. The stats
I feel like it's been a rushing year. Everyone's been dominating at rushing.
Yeah. It's where it's like
this season.
It's very even on the board. I wouldn't be mad at Sohaib just because of honestly, what really padded it was the one against Egypt where he batted it and it landed in his hands.
Yeah.
I feel like that like levels him up more than all the other rushers. That play by itself just levels it up because it was a pick 6 that would have been a sack. Just one of those plays. So I feel like he deserves it, even though that boy barely shows up. He shows up late, but
but when he does show up, man,
when he does show up, he's a game wrecker for sure.
He's the best player out there.
How about Idris?
Idris has been crazy
He's been
too.
Idris is
killing
nice.
people out here. He's been
He's
He-
good.
He's has I think the most sacks in this season.
What
7
we got
sacks.
stats looking like? Let's pull up the stats real quick. Let's pull up these stats.
Yeah, I think. Let's
Hold on,
see.
hold on. Mid game or mid pod draft stats pull up. Ubi, it goes
Gotta
to
give
Ubi.
it to Ubi, man.
You gotta give it to Ubi.
My guy, put it. He's keeping the team together. You know, he's out here. You know, before games, getting everyone huddled up, doing some practice, making sure everyone knows the plays, know what they're doing. You know, he even like I'll say this. Even when we were 0-3, our team wasn't like you know depressed or like you know just they gave up. You know, everyone still had hope. Ubi still brought the team together. We you know everyone like you know you just read the chat. You know, Ubi still hyping everyone up. You know, everyone still believes in Ubi. You know, and see like you know now the team looking nice. You know, racked up two wins. You know, definitely a lot of motivation for the playoffs. But
For
yeah,
sure.
gotta give it to Ubi.
Yeah, I think.
No, yeah, I feel like that's unanimous. Like that's an easy one. I don't see anyone being a true captain like the way Ubi has been. Like you said, getting their team on the sideline, huddling them up, and everything. But going back to defensive player, Idris and Sohaib are tied in sacks. So if that's the case, I'm for sure giving it to Sohaib then, just because of that pick six.
Golly, yeah, that's
Just
Plus,
because of that pick
Ohio's
six.
been like out a week, right?
That is true too. He did miss a
he
week too.
missed week 1.
Yeah, like
Man.
he's tied and he missed week 1, which is pretty insane. But yeah, I feel like I'm giving it to him. That's a pretty cool pick. Yeah, it's just that pick, man. It's that pick.
Yeah.
That pick stat pads it,
About-
man. It
How about
boosts it.
rookie of the year?
We didn't have that many rookies this year. That's what's interesting about it. We didn't have too many. But if I had to pick one, it's got to be my boy. As much as we talk trash to each other, Omar Al-Ahmed. That kid is nice, man. He's special. I like that kid.
Yeah,
He's a cool
showed
kid.
some plays, yeah.
He talks a lot of trash. He talks crazy. He talks a lot better than what he actually is. But he has potential. He has a potential, and I like him as a rookie. You can definitely see he has that in him. He has the IQ. The hands aren't there yet. Definitely PIs. I need. But
Man,
I could give it to him. I'll give it to him.
I like that. I like that. You know, I do like that pick, but I feel like low key I would give it to Issa. I think he's been nice this season, especially that you know on offense. You know,
Last
he's
game, he had a
racked up-
nice game.
he
There was
racked
this
up a
catch
few
on the
touchdowns this
sideline.
season,
I don't know if you guys remember that. That catch on the sideline, that was pretty nice.
Yeah, I don't know how that was a catch. I don't know
Yeah,
how
it
he
was
was able to
tough.
snag that, but
It's
yeah.
weird. I always tell him, man, he's just so weird. He'll catch the craziest throw, like a highlight, like catch of the season type of catch, and then he'll be wide open in the end zone and the ball will bounce off his chest. It's so weird to me.
He seems like he has so much potential, but he's just so raw that he doesn't.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, he's definitely got it. I mean, and he's speedy, man. He's a speedster. He played with us the other day. He's a great flag puller. Great flag puller. So it's cool to have him. When he played with us this week, he batted down the ball against Doomy like twice. And I think both of them were on third down on their side of the field. So that was huge by itself. I mean, he's a crazy player. I love him as a player. I love him as a teammate. Like him as a teammate is amazing because he talks and everything. So it's pretty cool to see him.
Most improved.
Most improved player. Man.
Improve.
I feel like there's a good amount of players that have improved this season. I'm gonna say my boy Yezen. He low key man racking up 5 sacks this season. You know he's been nice on offense. He's getting better on offense, being a nice reliable target for.
He's my wide receiver 1.
We saw last game.
He's my wide receiver 1, bro. Yesen's my wide receiver 1.
Yeah, but I think he's definitely most improved compared to the previous seasons.
Okay, man, there's a lot. One dark horse that I like, I'm looking here, Mohamed Saradih. He was a third rounder this year. He's number 3 in sack, technically number 2 because the top 2 are tied. There's a 1A, 1B, so he's number 2 with 6 sacks. He has a safety. He has a touchdown on the year. I like him as most improved. I like Yezen also. Like I could take Yezen there. But who else we got? I like him. I like both of them, man. I wouldn't be mad at either pick. I feel like Yezen has a little bit of an edge just because Yezen was actually more improved. Saradih, I've always known he was a good player. Saradih has always been a solid player. But Yezen has kind of jumped this year. So I feel like I could give it to Yezen. I like that pick.
Yeah, what about you? What do you think?
And I'm gonna go for like a random. Everyone's gonna say we expected this, But I feel like Zay took another step.
You know, I was gonna say that. But I didn't. I was gonna say that, but he did. Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to keep. I didn't want to make it that easy.
Zay just
He's
keeps
a
getting
second
better.
rounder for sure next year.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
keeps getting
yeah.
better and better, man. It's insane.
Like he's definitely improved a lot. Like the jumps between the years are huge, but I feel like that's too easy of an answer to give. But I mean, honestly, if you guys give him that, I wouldn't be mad at that either. Like he definitely deserves it. He's been going crazy. He's number 3, I think, in the league in receiving touchdowns, or he's tied number 2 actually with Tokir. So I like that too. I like that pick. Let's see who he's got. 6 touchdown catches, 3 picks, 1 pick 6. That's a crazy little stat line, man. That's a crazy stat line for
He's
Zay.
trying to get to that first round pick status.
Yeah.
One day.
One day,
So,
Zayd. One day.
We're going to our special guest. I'm joking. There's no special guest this week. Let's make this kind of quick. What's our final predictions? Who will win it all? Brotherhood?
It's brotherhood, man. It's brotherhood.
I want to say like my team or any other team, but
Stop him. Ahmad, I'll give you this. Ahmad, if you guys make it,
I agree.
Ahmad, if you guys make it to the chip, you guys win in my heart. That's what I'll give you. If you guys make it to the championship, you win in my heart.
That's the goal, man. That's the goal.
That's all that matters. So
yeah.
call us. Like if you guys get there, you guys won. You guys won the league. Because I mean, that's how it is, man.
Also, there is a thing. Albeida made agreement with Albeida. If Albeida wins this week, I bet Albeida's gonna extend it. But if Albeida wins this week, Albeida says he'll play next year.
We gotta win. There's no question about it.
Like,
We gotta
I like
win.
that.
Like he's gonna extend it and say he gets the championship.
That's such a bad type of thing, though. He's gonna be like, "Yeah, you gotta win next." He's gonna be like, "No, I meant the championship.
But hold on. Before that, I just say, Albeida gets to the championship. I think Albeida, no matter what, has gotta play. But if Albeida wins,
Do we have that in text message?
in text message? He said
So we have proof. Are you sure he didn't delete it or anything?
No.
Okay, can you go in
Someone
and screenshot it just
yeah.
in case?
I got you.
But yeah, I feel like that wraps it up.
I think that's it.
Appreciate you guys for watching. We got one more pod after this. It's either gonna be a very happy pod for me and Omar, or it's gonna be a very sad one.
Or it
sad
could be
for one
just
of
a
us.
nice chill, pod.
Or it could just be sad for me, nice for you, or sad for you, nice for me. We'll see.
We'll see,
But anyways,
we'll see.
appreciate you guys for watching. It's been a fun pod. See you guys. Salam.
Give it to me.